Travel Robot Presence. Top 10 Things to Do in Norway. Hey, in this video we are going to talk about the top 10 things to do in Norway. Norway offers visitors an incredible mix of cultural and natural wonders to explore. From the country's cosmopolitan capital city of Oslo to its endless snow-capped mountain peaks and deep fjords, there's no end of choices for travelers in the land of the midnight sun and stunning northern lights. Despite its numerous mountains and rugged coastline, getting around the country is surprisingly easy. In fact, the country's top-notch public transit systems offer some of the best sightseeing opportunities too, whether you're traveling by rail or aboard the fantastic coastal steamers. One of the world's most prosperous nations, Norway seems to have a fascinating museum for just about every important aspect of its rich cultural and social history. Do your research, and you'll find fascinating attractions covering everything from the Vikings to seafaring and fishing, as well as art and entertainment. Norway is also rich in spectacular scenery. From its stunning fjords to its spectacular mountains and glaciers, many of which are easily accessible to tourists. You'll find some of the best places to visit in Europe for exciting outdoor adventures and activities. So before starting this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel for future updates. Let's get started. Number 10. Sognefjord, Norway's largest fjord. The largest of Norway's more than 1,700 named fjords, Sognefjord reaches 204 kilometers inland from the coastal village of Stolden and branches off into countless smaller inlets and fjords along the way. At its widest, the King of the Fjords, as it's known by Norwegians, is almost 5 kilometers across, and the cliff walls reach as high as 1,307 meters, making a breathtaking sight. The most popular way to visit the fjord is by boat. Fjord cruises and sightseeing tours are therefore plentiful, with many of the best tour options departing conveniently from the attractive town of Bergen. But wherever you choose to embark, be sure to allow a full day for your adventure. Tourists will also enjoy exploring the narrower branches like Geirangerfjord. This breathtakingly beautiful 17-kilometer stretch features cliff walls that are only 250 meters apart and tower more than 1,700 meters above the water. Another top destination in the Sognefjord area is Vigeland. This stunningly beautiful region is home to Europe's biggest glacier, Jostling, and the Norwegian Glacier Museum, Norske Museum. In addition to its excellent exhibits relating to the Jostling Glacier, the museum also focuses on the impact of climate change in the region. Number 9. Pulpit Rock, Preikestolen. A tourist attraction best suited for the active traveler thanks to the arduous journey required to get here, Pulpit Rock, Preikestolen, is nevertheless one of the most popular tourist sites in Norway. It's also one of the most photographed sites in Norway. Located near Stavanger, the destination requires ferry and bus rides followed by a 2-hour uphill hike. But once you reach the almost perfectly flat-topped cliff, situated more than 600 meters above the water, you'll be rewarded with incredible views over Lillehammer. Those visiting the Stavanger area will also want to stop by the surprisingly fascinating Norwegian Canning Museum. This fun museum portrays one of the country's most important industries, sardine fishing and preparation, and is set in a historic original cannery dating from World War II. Stavanger Cathedral is also a top tourist attraction in Stavanger. This 12th century structure features multiple styles, including a Romanesque basilica, a Baroque pulpit, and a Gothic font. Number 8. Take a trip to the Lofoten Islands. The magnificent Lofoten Islands form an archipelago off the coast of northwestern Norway and are a popular tourist destination for Norwegians and foreigners alike. Thanks to the Gulf Stream, the weather here is mild despite its location in the Arctic Circle. Tourists come here to enjoy the beaches, explore traditional fishing villages, as well as to kayak and hike. Many also come here to see the wildlife, a diverse array of characters, including everything from eagles to moose, as well as whales. The islands are also one of the best places to visit for a glimpse of the northern lights. There are plenty of other attractions and things to do on the islands, especially in Svolvær. The Lofoten Islands' largest town, Svolvær, is located on the southern coast of Oslo Island and is easily accessible by ferry from the mainland. Here, you'll find the Lofoten War Memorial Museum, Lofoten Krigsminnemuseum, with its collection of World War II artifacts, and the unique Magic Ice Lofoten, which displays ice sculptures depicting local life. The Lofoten Museum, which explores the history of the island's fishing industry, is also located on Bygdoy. Also worth seeing here is the Lofoten Aquarium, Lofotakari, which features Arctic sea life. Tourists can learn even more about the importance of fishing at the Norwegian Fishing Village Museum and the Lofoten Stockfish Museum, which are both located in the village of A. Number 7. Bygdoy Peninsula, Oslo. Oslo's Bygdoy Peninsula is a suburb located only 4 miles west of the city and is easily reached by car or public transportation. It is home to several of Oslo's top tourist attractions and also known for its many natural spaces, including beaches, parks, and forests. Among its numerous museums, the Bygdoy Peninsula is home to the Center for Studies of Holocaust and Religious Minorities in Norway, located in Villa Grande. Another top museum is the Fram Museum, which houses the ship's Fram, known for its polar voyages, and Jo, the latter famous for being the first ship to navigate the Northwest Passage. The popular Kon-Tiki Museum is just next door. This area is also home to the Norwegian Maritime Museum, Norsk Maritimt Museum, one of the top places to visit in Oslo for ship and history buffs. The museum explores the role of fishing and other maritime activities in Norwegian life. Number 6. Vigeland Sculpture Park, Oslo. The Vigeland Sculpture Park is one of Oslo's top tourist attractions and is home to 650 sculptures created by Gustav Vigeland. These sculptures, which are formed out of wrought iron, bronze, and granite, are arranged in 5 theme groups. The most famous of these are in the Fountain Group, which depicts the cycle of human life, culminating in a 16-meter monolith. This collection is found within the large Frogner Park, which also houses the Vigeland Museum and the Oslo City Museum. Also located here are numerous recreational facilities, including Norway's largest playground and an expansive rose garden. Number 5. The Olympic town of Lillehammer. Located above Lake Mjøsa at the south end of the Gudbrandsdal Valley, Lillehammer is one of Norway's best-known year-round tourist destinations. In summer, it's all about attractions such as Mayhagen, an open-air museum consisting of more than 100 historic buildings, including 18th-century farmhouses, workshops, and a state church. Another notable landmark is Peer Gynt's Cottage. Dating from the early 1700s, it's said to have been the home of the prototype of Ibsen's famed hero. But it's when the snow flies that Lillehammer really shines. Host to the 1994 Winter Olympics, the city's list of winter activities is endless: skating, curling, sleigh rides, more than 480 kilometers of Nordic ski trails, as well as alpine ski centers. Number 4. Geirangerfjord. Part of the spectacular Fjord Norway network and regularly topping the UNESCO World Heritage Sites list, the Geirangerfjord region, north of Ålesund, offers some of the finest scenery anywhere in Norway. The eastward continuation of the Sognefjord, the Geirangerfjord boasts some of the country's most spectacular views. One of the best is from the summit of Dalsnibba. At 1,495 meters, the views of the surrounding mountains and the Geirangerfjord far below are simply breathtaking. Numerous cruises and tours are available, but if you're driving, be sure to take the winding Eagles Road with its 11 hairpin bends and great views. Number 3. Scenic rail routes. There's no better way to see Norway's stunning countryside than by train. Perhaps surprisingly for such a mountainous country, Norway's rail lines stretch more than 3,218 kilometers, encountering along the way some 775 tunnels and more than 3,000 bridges. The best scenic routes begin in Oslo, including the Bergen Railway, which runs over the Hardangervidda mountain plateau. Other routes of note are the Dover Railway from Oslo to Trondheim with its sideline, the Rama Railway between Damas and Andelsens, and the famous Flam Railway, the world's steepest. Norway's rail network also offers a number of other interesting diversions, such as classic steam trains, gourmet train excursions, and pedal-powered rail tricycles, draisines, for use on abandoned rail lines. Number 2. Drive the Atlantic Ocean Road. The Atlantic Ocean Road, Atlanterhavsveien, is one of 18 national tourist routes in Norway. Not only is it a vital connection for the maze of tiny islands it serves, it's also a lure for anglers, diving enthusiasts, and visitors wanting to get as close as possible to the sea. Although just over 8 kilometers long, it has gained a reputation as one of the most spectacular stretches of coastal highway in the world, weaving through an archipelago in Eid and Averøy in Møre og Romsdal. In addition to the excellent views, which are always spectacular, whatever the weather, you'll have the chance to visit lovely little fishing villages, quaint wooden churches, and the famous Trolls Church Cave. Number 1. Jotunheimen. The largest alpine region on the Norwegian high plateau, the Jotunheimen covers an area of 3,499 square kilometers and includes Scandinavia's highest mountains. It's also home to many spectacular waterfalls, rivers, lakes, glaciers, and wildlife, such as large reindeer populations. 2 of this national park's mountains rise to heights of more than 2,438 meters, the highest being Galdhøpiggen. Despite its tremendous height, Galdhøpiggen can be climbed in about 4 hours. Although a guide is required, the incredible views over rocky crags and fields of ice from the summit make it money well spent. Another 4-hour climb in the Hardangerfjord group is to the 1,349-meter Skagastølsvatn and the Skagastølsbrua Glacier. If you love similar content like this, take a look at my other videos. And if you like it, please smash the like button and make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. If you have further questions, feel free to comment down below. See you in the next video.